the most efficient digital asset we think out there is XRP on the XRP ledger.
Alrighty, everybody, what is going on? Welcome back to another CYPRX video banger. Ladies and gentlemen, buckle up your seatbelts because in today's video breakdown, I'm going to physically prove to you guys that not only is Ripple integrated with some of the world's largest regulators of the financial ecosystem, but that these regulators know 110% about earning yield on your digital assets, and they're physically telling you all which platforms you should, at the end of the day, be paying attention to by letting you know in terms of key vocabulary you're looking for battle-tested, battle-ready platforms. Oh my goodness gracious. Today's video breakdown is going to absolutely blow your mind, so stick around for the entirety of it. We're going to start here on Doppler Finance because Doppler Finance just released the first XRP5 platform today on February 14th. So just take a second and listen because we're going to full circle back to this video breakdown where it talks about earning yield on your XRP. Take a second and listen.
Imagine if your XRP could earn yield. Imagine harnessing both XRPL and the root network, bringing users from across ecosystems under one united DeFi experience. Imagine if XRP5 wasn't just a dream, but a thriving reality. For months, we've been working to bring this vision to life, offering simple, secure ways to grow your XRP.
Okay, I'm going to pause it right there. Again, it's just talking about earning yield on your XRP, and I don't truly think people understand how massive this is of an opportunity to be earning on one of the most valuable digital assets on the face of the planet right now. Okay, to be able to deploy your XRP onto this platform, generate yield and rewards with it, and never have to sell your XRP. Just watch after today's video breakdown. This is going to be so monumental that people, even in the XRP community, don't know that this type of stuff exists. So we're going to be listening to some individuals today. Lawrence Wintermeyer, all right? He is right now the Avrio Worldwide, hopefully I'm pronouncing that correctly, Chief Executive Officer, but he is also the Executive Officer at Global Digital Finance. And a video clip that we're going to play is going to set the tone for today's video. And then we're also going to be listening to a video clip from this gentleman that just spoke in Davos, Pat Thielen. Hopefully I'm, again, pronouncing his name correctly. If we scroll right down here, looking at his experience, he was a managing director at JP Morgan for 9 years. He also currently right now works as the VP of Global Account Management at Ripple, right? And has been working at Ripple for the past 6 years and has over 25 years of financial experience, okay? So again, I'd take into consideration what it is that he's about to tell you guys, all right? So first, we're going to go over to this gentleman and listen to a little tiny video clip, Lawrence Wintermeyer, okay? This is from a panel discussion that he was on just a couple of months ago. And I want you all to pay attention to detail. He talks about adopting digital assets that are battle ready, battle tested, and this search for yield, this yield generation ideology. Okay. This video has 48 views, which just goes to show that the research that we're conducting here at CYPRX and many other detailistic researchers out there are showing you guys info that nobody is tapping into. So I slowed the video down so you can hear what he says. This is, again, Lawrence Wintermeyer talking about these things. So just take a second and listen to what he says here.
It's probably one of the biggest opportunities for us to look at and to tokenize, mainly for efficiency, liquidity, and to promote greater access to all sorts of investment segments. But as you know, Leo, there are a number of barriers. So we started at the top talking about making the use case battle ready. I mean, it needs to, one, work and be secure. As importantly, as an investment product, it needs to, deliver the investment at the risk profile that it says. So, ultimately, what are we trying to do? We're trying to add yielding investments in this great search for yield, investments that are performing and that are safe and all.
So you heard him mention these digital assets need to be battle ready. They need to actually have use case and they need to have the ability to generate yield. This is going to freaking blow your mind. Okay. So now let's head over to the other gentleman. Okay. This is the VP of Strategic Partnerships at Ripple, Pat. Listen, I'm going to play two video clips back to back because he talks about how Ripple and XRP have real utility and that XRP is battle tested. Okay. And then I'm also going to, oh my goodness, this video is going to go so freaking deep. Just check this out. So let me play these two videos back to back. Just take a second and listen to what Pat says here, keeping in mind what the gentleman Lawrence just said about digital assets needing to be battle ready and needing to have use case and then them having this ability to generate yield. Okay. Take a second and listen.
I've been at Ripple now 6 years. And so this question used to come up all the time. You know, is there a real use case? And that was back before blockchain was actually mainstream for sure. You know, it's here to stay, like that genie's out of the bottle. But I think if you look back on technologies like the internet, back in the day, it was, you know, retail and consumers drove the original kind of use cases of that. You know, we downloaded, for those that might've been around, we downloaded music on your MP3 player. Is really cool. I don't think they probably thought that was going to be where 20% of e-commerce, you know, would be done now online. So point is, like, it is, the technology is there, it's being embraced, it is volatile, there's a lot of speculation, but in the here and now, there are many really great use cases that I think we're going to talk about today. So I think the speculation was there, that's good, and now it's on to utility. Speculation was there, that's good, and now it's on to utility.
He talks about use cases. He said the speculation is there, and now it's on to utility.
Years ago, GFI actually brought utility to ETH, right? Now, if you're holding ETH, you can lend it, you can borrow, you can stake, you can do so many things.
Keep in mind what Lauren said about use case, a digital asset needing to be battle ready and needing the ability to generate yield. Listen to what Pat says here.
Maybe Pat, coming back to you, what I would be interested in, I mean, you also have XRP in your ecosystem, and you also now have your stable coin. How do they fit together? So is one more like on the retail side and the other is more on the infrastructure side in the background, or what are the reasons behind that?
Yeah, actually, they're complementary. Believe it or not, they're both used within our enterprise product set. And you think about the most efficient digital asset we think out there is XRP. The most efficient digital asset we think out there is XRP on the XRP ledger. It's you know, mills of a mill in order to do each transaction. And it's 3 seconds. The chain has been going for 12 years. It's never gone down, 4 million blocks. So it's, you know, it's battle tested. It's industrial strength. It's battle tested. It's industrial strength.
Making the use case battle ready. I mean, it needs to, you know, one, work.
So you guys heard him say right there, it is battle tested. Keep in mind this gentleman, Lawrence, right? And by the way, the video clip that I just shared with you guys only has 147 views and was uploaded just a couple of days ago on February 5th. Nobody's tapping into this information that we're sharing with you guys here, which is, again, why we asked you guys to do us a favor, smash that thumbs up button and subscribe to the platform to help boost the algorithm and push these video breakdowns out to more like-minded individuals like yourselves. So going back to Lawrence, all right, again, keep in mind, this is going to full circle everything. And I'm going to show you guys, remember, he talked about being battle ready. He talked about use case. He talked about yield generation. He is the executive chair of Global Digital Finance. You heard Pat mention that XRP is battle tested, right? Okay, well, check this out. If we head over to the Global Digital Finance website, gdf.io, you can see right here, it talks about advancing digital finance, talks about their mission. And if you go in and you look at who actually sits on the advisory board of Global Digital Finance, well, would you believe me if I told you Ripple does? Here it is right there in front of your face. It says, Ripple is the only enterprise blockchain company today with products in commercial use. Ripple's global payment networks includes over 300 customers around 40 countries and 6 continents. Okay, this is directly on the GDF website. And if we come right down here, there are key contacts, and it says Ripple sits on the GDF Advisory Council. So you have the Global Digital Finance Executive Chair saying that digital assets need to have use case, digital assets need to be battle ready, and that they need to have the ability to generate yield. Then you have Pat sitting in a recent panel discussion saying exactly that Ripple offers use case, that we're in this transition from speculation to utility, that XRP is battle tested. And now let me full circle and put the yield aspect behind it. So again, if we go over to the GDF website, Global Digital Finance, okay, and you can see, by the way, this gentleman's statistics right here, or his credentials, Seamus, I'm not going to butcher his last name, okay? If we come down here, you can see currently he is the VP of Growth at Ripple, and he is also an advisory council member on Global Digital Finance, right? Okay, check this out. So just to show you guys Global Digital Finance and who this even is and what they have access to. This is insane. It says right here, GDF members, keep in mind, Ripple is a member, are at the forefront of creating market and conduct standards and best practices for crypto asset and digital finance participants in a shared engagement forum with market participants, policymakers, and regulators, right? Now, if we come right down here, look at all the freaking names of the large regulatory bodies that sit on this council. European Commission, European Securities Market Authority, Ontario Securities Commission, FATF, the Financial Conduct Authority, the Federal Reserve, Bank of Boston, FINRA, FSB, Financial Services Agency. Do I need to keep going? Right? Look, hold on, it gets deeper. New York State Department of Financial Services, the OECD, Qatar Financial Center, Regulatory Authority, the Securities and Exchange Commission. All right. And the list just continues on, right? So even the Department of Treasury, I mean, this is insane. This is massive what I'm sharing with you guys. And let's just continue down the rabbit hole. So if we come over here on their website, GDF, keep in mind, so we covered use case, we covered being battle tested, right? And now we know that Ripple is a member of the GDF. Well, it says right here, GDF members are at the forefront of creating market and conduct standards and best practices for crypto asset and digital finance participants. Our working groups include subject matter experts from across the ecosystem, from crypto, digital assets, and traditional financial services, legal and academic communities. And these are all their working groups, both open and past events. Well, if we come over here to their past events, so we just click past events and we scroll right down here to the bottom right-hand corner, what does it say? It says DeFi. The DeFi working group was started back in 2021. Okay, right? So if we come over to this website, you can click on some of their working groups, some of their PDFs, and you can see who was involved in this stuff. So we're going to click this. You just click read more, and it gives you the open dialogue for their DeFi, working group. So just to show you guys, if we scroll right up here, you can see who was a part of this working group paper. And would you look at this? It says Lawrence Wintermeyer, right? You heard Lawrence Wintermeyer at the very beginning mention that digital assets need to have use case, they need to be battle ready, and they need to have the ability to generate yield. And right down here in this working paper, what were they talking about, right? It says DeFi participants with long-term horizons will transfer their assets into pools to loan out their assets in order to generate extra yield. Ladies and gentlemen, I just showed you guys Ripple is a part of the GDF. They're talking about yield generation. Ripple employees on stage at recent panel discussions just said that XRP is battle tested. An individual representative from the GDF said that digital assets need to have use case and need to be battle tested and need to have the ability to generate yield. Well, again, if we go over to Doppler Finance, literally the first XRP protocol to transform idle XRP into an active asset so that you can earn yield, is backed by Ripple. Do you see that? It's right there. You cannot make this stuff up. This is so crazy. And I don't see how the people on the internet that talk down about XRP and Ripple still don't see the interconnected webs, even after a video breakdown like this. I mean, you cannot make these interconnected webs up, these networks, these partnerships, right? It's all right there for you guys to do the research. So with that all being said, as always, many blessings to you guys. Be cognizant out there. I'm not telling you guys to go out there and buy the digital asset XRP. What I am asking that you guys do is you educate yourselves, learn how to get your idle digital assets working for you. If you want to see how we are getting our idle digital assets working for us, including digital assets like XRP, head over to CYPRXtrading.com. We would love to have you in the Wealth 28 Club, our DeFi university, where we've curated over 200 video breakdowns step by step, going over in detail how we are getting our idle digital assets working for us, whether it be stable coins, whether it be digital assets like XRP or other blue chip digital assets out there. I'm telling you guys right now is the greatest time to understand these things. So that way in the next massive bull market blow off top, you're not selling your digital assets back into fiat, right? A depreciating asset back into traditional finance for these powerful digital assets like XRP that can generate us passive rewards through DeFi. And you can see, again, I mean, this is so crazy what people are like. Do you really understand what I just showed you? So look at all these large organizations, okay, sitting on this council, okay? And they're the ones developing these papers where they're talking about yield generation in their documents, right? They're talking about DeFi participants with a long-term horizon will be able to transfer their assets into pools to loan out their assets in order to generate extra yield, okay? This isn't coming from some willy-nilly retail investor on the internet. This is coming from large organizations that actually have valid credentials in this space, generating these documents and sitting in on these closed door meetings, these working groups, right? Talking about DeFi. It's right here. And here at CYPRX, we'll continue to conduct this research for you guys. If you guys enjoyed today's video breakdown, again, do us a favor, smash that thumbs up button and subscribe to the platform. You guys can go and read a little bit more about Doppler Finance. I highly suggest that you guys do. You can see right here, you know, they just integrated even with Fireblocks. In another article, it really goes into detail and talks about how you can utilize this platform to turn your idle XRP into a yield generating asset. So with all that in mind, as always, many blessings to you guys. Be cognizant, be aware out there, and I'll see you guys in the next video breakdown.